while I do this. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on speaker. Alright, I'm here with my friend Josh now.
What up, guys? This is Josh, aka I am Mark Phantom.
Yeah,
Like and subscribe on my channel. Ain't got no videos up yet, but it will be up soon.
yeah, so go ahead and do that. The reason why I'm doing the vlog is because, as I was telling Josh, there's about 10 to 15 minutes of video missing from my last PS4 live stream, and in that time I just kind of started to like real talk about the shit that I have to go through on a daily basis, like, because I mean, I mentioned in the beginning of my other video, my last video, that yeah, I do have bipolar and ADHD, and thankfully that I finally started to get a handle on my bipolarism. But I mean, just the road to that, it's not easy. It's not. Anybody with that disability knows that, because I mean, granted, I know I got the ADHD, but that's the least of my problems. The days that every day I wake up, and people who have this probably have similar things too. Like, they wake up and you don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Like, it's an active, every day is an active struggle, putting like bits of mental willpower just straight up aside to make sure that you can function as a human being and not beat the shit out of someone just for staring at you funny. I mean, I know that not everybody's is as bad as that, but for the ones who have it as severe as me, that's an actual issue. I know it seems stupid or exaggerated, but it's not. There are days that I wake up and yeah, I'm in a good mood, and then some asshole just fucking passes by me, nudges me in the shoulder, and I'm immediately thinking about stabbing him.
See, I go through the same problem, guys. Y'all don't know this about me yet, but I am maybe still retired. That's in quotations because I'm not actually retired. I'm still full time. And I have extreme PTSD, and I will wake up one day and I'll just be pissed off at everything. Like, I feel like every person that looks at me has something against me, and I just want to go up to them and ask them what their problem is, because they look at me for too long. They think I'm different than them from why I stand out, stuff from why I have scars on myself because of the shit I've gone through. I've been shot more times than I can count. I had to watch my dog get blown up.
It's pretty similar to that. I mean, granted, I haven't gone through any of that shit, thank God. But yeah, like, there are just days when shit just doesn't go right. And even at that, like, even on the days where you wake up and it's not like that, the smallest little thing.
You wake up and you feel like you're holding the whole world in your hand, and you just feel amazing. You feel on top of the world. Just the slightest little thing that wouldn't get to most people can get to us.
It does.
And this is what the world doesn't understand. It's the small things in life that can really break people down and make them do things that they don't want to do. It's the small interactions they get us.
Yo, can I go on?
Whenever you like open a door for somebody and they say they don't say things, you just kind of give them a weird look, like, why is this person doing this now?
Yo, Josh, mind if I like keep going on my end? I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's just.
Hey, I'll call you back here in just a second. I'm getting another call from my commanding officer.
Alright, man, well, I'm gonna keep going with the vlog. You'll see it on YouTube later, alright?
Alright, man, I'll see you.
Alright. So he'll probably call back, but again, as I was saying, he's got a lot of solid points, because that shit does happen. And again, like, even if it's not so much that we will do horrible things or something, it's that we have the urge. Something kicks off in our brain and we're immediately thinking about it. And the sheer amount of willpower that it takes to not do something or to not say something, or to not just be an all-out asshole. Honestly, the only people who could actually really understand what the hell that feels like are the people that go through it every day. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been an asshole to everybody even before I actually started to be an asshole to everyone. Like, even as a little kid, there were just times where I was just either isolated or just mean to people for the littlest things. And also, I had a very fragile heart because, I mean, it's like you feel trapped because you want friends, you want to talk to people, but you don't feel like you can. And that's how I felt when I was smaller, and I honestly would get bullied a lot because of it, and just a lot of shit would go down because of that. And then in middle school, it got even worse to where I straight up gave up trying to be the nice guy, and I went full on dick. I went full on dick. And it only got worse as time went on. And then when it finally got to the point to where I wanted it to stop, I wanted to be different, it almost seemed impossible because even when I would try to fight it my best when I was smaller, just it was more than I can handle. I mean, even though I'm still on bipolar medication, there's no amount that a person can take that will actually, you know, get rid of this or anything. Because, I mean, there was once a time when I was on so many pills that I could barely move. I just kind of sat there in my chair drooling a little bit. I was all skin and bones and everything. That's no way to live. In order for you to actually try and exist as a person with any disability, honestly, it takes an insane amount of willpower. Not just with the one that I have, but yeah, with this one, like, you hurt a lot of people, and most of the time, you don't even mean to do it. Yeah, I'm a bit of a dick, but that doesn't mean that I'm a full-on asshole. Because anyone who actually does know me knows that I'm a pretty nice guy. I just do a lot of dumb things sometimes. And like I said on the video and the missing footage, the people who've gotten the worst of it are my family and my girlfriend. And it's not even their fault either. Just the shit that happens in my head. I could have, I could want to do something nice or have like the best intentions, and then within the flicker of a light switch or something, all of it goes to hell. And I turn into the biggest asshole ever. And it's not even their fault. And I've tried to talk to them about it many times. I've tried to talk to a lot of people, but I mean, most everybody says the same thing. I mean, there have been times when I try to talk to my family and they'll either get mad or they'll just think I'm bullshitting, or sometimes it just feels like they just don't know how bad it really is. And part of that's my fault. I hide it as best I can. I do. I don't like it. I don't like people seeing it. But like, my family trying to be supportive, and I love them to death for it. And they tell me that I can control it, and I'm learning that I can. But they also say whenever shit happens, they're always telling me like I have a choice and that I choose to do these things. I choose to hurt them sometimes when I don't. I don't. I really don't. I don't like hurting people, and I'm pretty sure most people with this disability don't either. Or any disability. You feel like you're a burden. You feel like you're just a problem. And whenever people tell you that you've got a choice in the matter, the way they sound, the way they make it sound is like it's like you're doing this on purpose, or that you're being malicious in some type of way when you're not. It's just something that happens. The best way I can describe it is that I see it kind of like a floodgate. There's a shit ton of water on the other side, and say the gate is made of sheer willpower that you put an effort every moment. You just constantly make the choice to put that there, to strengthen it, to keep it up. And then there are these things that happen in everyday life, like stress, emotional problems, even workloads. You only have a set amount of concentration in your entire brain. And for people with any disability, we put a lot of time and effort into keeping that at bay so we can stay functional. And you give us too much to do, or I mean, if we're heartbroken for some reason or something, that it starts to put cracks in that dam, in the floodgates, and shit starts to spill out. And yeah, there are things you can do to fix that, but at the same time, like, you can only do so much. And should for whatever reason the floodgates open, sometimes sometimes we have control over it, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're just in that bad of a mental state because there's so much shit happening around us that they just open on their own. And when it does, we don't have much of a choice in what happens. All the best thing we can do is just direct it at different places. Like, that's what happens with me and my bipolarism. It sucks because I wake up every morning knowing there's a good possibility I'm gonna hurt someone's feelings, someone I care about. And it's not because I want to, it's not because I mean to, it's just a thing that I know happens. Because once a crack gets put, or should for whatever reason the floodgates be open, I can't save everyone. Either I'm gonna take the full force of it and end up like either just screaming something in a corner or doing something else like crazy by myself that's equally as either bad or just self-harm, something like that. I don't even really know how to describe it because sometimes I do that. I've been tired of hurting people my entire life, so sometimes I will just kind of do my best to hold it in. And when I do that, I usually end up running off into the night, just kind of being alone somewhere. And when I can't do that, or because I know I shouldn't, then what ends up happening is that I just have to direct it somewhere. And that means that whether I like it or not, someone's going to get the short end of the stick, and they're going to feel what I have behind that floodgate, and it's going to hurt. It could be the random person on the street that I happen to pass by. It could be that one coworker who just decides to be a dick. It could be my family. It could be my girlfriend. It's like Russian roulette. You don't know who's gonna get it, but you know that someone will. And it sucks. And like I was saying before, you you constantly try your best to seem normal and or to go about your day doing what you gotta do with a straight face or with a smile, when inside you're constantly fighting things. And they're not, my parents are coming upstairs, so this is where I end the video. I don't know why it is, but I can't talk. Whenever I'm looking at someone, I just can't talk about this. So I guess this is where I cut it.